Also, my mom asked me to wake her up in like 20 minutes or so I'll slip away whenever I can.
No worries. Oh, Zoom's asking me to admit you again.
Yes, this is my computer, which I'll use my headset to talk through instead of my phone.
Oh, okay. Then I need to reorganize all the videos. Hold on. We are live. Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
Beneath Omnis.
Yeah.
We got done with our trial. We were convicted of some crimes that we think they tacked on like horse theft at the end there for no apparent reason. Just kind of, just piling it on while they could.
They had it in for you.
They did it. Brahms was helping us out during the trial, I think, but definitely afterwards because he unlocked our shackles and gave us the means to escape and get out of there. And he was essentially hired Derek to be our guide through the tunnels that we were trying to race through.
Yeah, and so I was editing the podcast, and Derek started with a very different voice from what he ended up with. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do if we get back to Derek. But
you just like obviously voice pitch it like down or up, you can tell.
Might need to be.
Yeah. But he was supposed to be our guide out of there. Brahms hired him. He didn't give him the money yet, so we kind of had to like cough up some of our pocket change to convince him. We basically said like, "Hey, we'll owe you one."
You ran into him in the tunnels while you guys were making your escape, and he hadn't been paid, and neither the captain. So he knew that might be an issue.
Yeah, we gave him some money that we had on us. We withheld a lot because we had some in our bag of holding, which was like gems and such. And we got out. We were basically doing a slip and slide out the side of a cliff into some water. We were supposed to be caught by some nets. Reynold absolutely beefed it and was almost drowning because he couldn't take off his armor in time. But through the collective effort of the team and some of the ship people, they got me on board and I didn't drown. It was awesome. And then we had to pay him, the captain of the ship, to actually get us out of there before the guards were upon us. And we had to basically convince him that, hey, there's a dragon's hoard. We know where one's at and it's empty and we can go get you some money. And to our knowledge, it was empty.
Yeah.
We took a round trip over there. This is the one that the Guild of Hordes, or I think that's what they were called.
Order of the Horde?
Order of the Horde told us about in order to repay the debt of the horde that we actually skimped and took from. And we brought the captain there.
To Whisper Lake.
To Whisper Lake. It was very spooky, very, very creepy. We knew like nothing about it until we got there. And there was this giant that was in the fog. He came down upon us and was yelling at us for trying to trespass. And we told him, Reynold was straight up honest with him that we were going to go return the horde, take some off the top, pay this guy off. And he allowed us three to go through, but not the captain because he was greedy and because we were honest. But there was a complication. We had to kind of fight a Hydra that they trapped in there. And the deal was that if we got rid of the Hydra and took care of it and emptied the hordes out of there, they would get their temple back that they trapped this Hydra in. And then the Whisper Lake would be returned to how it was before. And we kind of did that. We kind of did what we promised. We got in there. Oh. We fought it loosely. Reynold got mauled a bunch. Jules, I think I remember Jules going for some sort of sneak attack. The place was filling with water. It was a bad time. I managed to cast banishment on it though, and we had like 10 turns to basically get as much money as we could and get out of there before we started drowning. And then I cast I casted like water walk, and that basically erased the challenge of the water, and we got out of there, and we had to go back and clear it out more. But the initial threat's gone. Go us. Now we gotta go meet up with the captain, give him his money, and then take out the rest of this horde.
And after you had banished the creature, it never returned.
No, it was gone. So
Right.
it was not of this plane, thankfully. Or else we were gonna have a lot of issues and probably die.
Probably.
And we essentially ended the session with the conclusion of that encounter. But let's take a break for a moment to introduce ourselves. And I'm Ben, the Dungeon Master. This is the Heroes Era. And with me today, I have Chris as Jules,
That's me.
Joel as Mordecai,
Hello.
That's him.
and Bodhi as Reynold.
It's me.
Beautiful.
Great introductions.
And we're playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons. Tonight we are telling a story, but we do not yet know how it will go. The players, the Dungeon Master, the dice, all of these will have a hand in how the game unfolds. This is the Heroes Era.
We need something there. I'm telling you.
That's it. That's the something.
That's
Yeah,
it. Okay.
we have to do it every time.
the-
We're
yeah.
we're the supplement, you know. That way it
here.
stays fresh and unique.
Yeah. Maybe we do need something. So, you guys had successfully defeated the Hydra in banishing it. A lot of the riches were still in this flooded temple, the Temple of Othea. And your Furbolg friend, it's friendly.
He was amenable.
He's agreed to let you, loot the temple at your own, leisure.
Yeah, that was Delathe. Delathe.
Yep.
That was them.
Yes.
And
So you basically
your captain had gone back downstream.
where we last camped at, waiting for us before we head back to the ship.
Right.
So we basically just need to fully loot a dragon's horde and get out of here. And deal with the captain and hope he doesn't turn on us for more money.
Well, I scooped out a pretty hefty amount in that satchel for the captain, and then I also scooped out a pretty hefty amount into the bag of holding for us. Though I don't know those exact figures. I know it was a lot.
So, I have an overall number for the entire horde here, because you guys essentially, defeated the encounter so successfully, and you're going to get all of it. I'd say that you were able to, in your, hasteful actions or acts, you're able to get around 8,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
All right.
And you know that there's much more.
Okay. And how much did we say we were going to give the captain? What was his price again?
You scooped a bag full.
2,000
For
was
him.
his price.
2,000 was his price. Okay.
So I say we give him 2,000 and some change. Just to keep
Yeah.
him happy.
Yeah. I mean, he trusted us and whatnot. So,
So we're looking at 6. How much extra do we want to give him? I was thinking like an extra 500 on top of it just to make it even, but we could also go 250.
I figured the 500 would do that.
Okay. So that means we
I
got 5,500 for ourselves, and then the rest of the horde is going to be returned.
Yeah. Do you guys want to divvy out that 55, or do you want to start some party funds?
I say we try to deepen it out. Should we
Okay.
do it in thirds or fourths, and just have the fourth be a party fund for spell components and such?
That's probably smart. If we do it in fourths, it'll be 1375 each. So for each of us, and then for the party.
Okay, let me just note all this down. My notes, so we just can keep track.
And we'll keep. I guess we'll keep party funds in the bag of holding.
How much do you say? Will give us
1375 each.
Give us 1325 each. Okay. All right. Now we got that sorted.
But that again, that's just what's in there right
what
now.
We've gotten currently.
What we got now. Yeah. There's more in there. But we do owe a respectable chunk of that to the
Order of the Horde.
Order of the Horde. The Horde.
Horde. So I guess what we can do is...
Reynold, you also retrieved a sword.
Oh, yes, that's right. I retrieved the sword and not the dagger. It was, I believe I noted down what was specific about it.
This is a sword of sharpness.
Oh. Sword of sharpness.
Like fun.
That sounds sharp. Sharpness. All right, I'll go look at that later, or have to have it identified, are you? You're just going to let me know what it does. I'm happy to go find a wizard and have him do some magic about it.
As you attune to it, the magic abilities of this sword will reveal themselves to you.
Okay. All right. I'll think on that. For right now,
that's cool.
The Horde itself, we have to still move it, and I don't know if we have room in our bag of holding to transport all this.
Not all of it.
I know we could take a pretty hefty chunk, but the Furbolg that let us in, pronounced Dilethe, wants us to fully excavate it and then leave it to him. And I don't know if he'll let us keep it there until the Order of the Horde can come by and collect it all, or if he wants it all out of the temple itself. I guess we can ask him, but
yeah.
I guess I'll turn. He gave us some water breathing magic that will let us go down and collect it all, which implies that he wants it gone now.
We could always get some horses.
Do we have any horses left, Jules? How many you got in that robe of yours, Jules?
I don't know if I have any more horses left on here.
Hey, dogs that can.
Oh wait, no, I do. I've got 2 mastiffs, and I do have a riding horse. I have 1 riding horse left on here. I have
but our calling card
patch.
We'll just carry it the old-fashioned way. You guys bring it to the surface, and we'll load it up on some horses.
All right. I feel like we should go pay the captain now and make sure he leaves, and then we'll do this so he doesn't try to come back and.
No, I agree with that.
Steal. So I guess I'll go up to Dalathi and look up at him, because I assume he's taller than me, as I'm a dwarf and he's a Furbolg. To say, hey, would you be all right with us paying this captain off and making sure he leaves, and then we'll start getting all this chunk of change out of here?
Yes, that is fine with me.
Okay, all right. What do you say, guys? So get a move on.
Let's get the captain paid. Let's get the captain paid so he can get back to his ship and
let him do what he wants to do.
Yeah, and we'll go from there with us. I checked into it. An empty bag of holding will hold up to 25,000 coins based on its limitations. We do have a handful of other stuff in there, so if you're talking about what can we just casually walk away with right now, that's what we're looking at.
Jules, you were in that room longer than I was. Do you think we'd be able to fit a good amount of that right now, or we'd have to like empty our stuff and carry it?
Well, like I said, I've got a couple of things in the bag right now. Nothing that's really taking up too much space. I've got Oh, actually, I have this. I think Mordecai, did I give you a spell book that I'd found a while back? I think I gave you that already, didn't I?
I think he has that, yes.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
gonna
so.
take that off. Yeah, I thought. Okay, so I don't have that anymore. Let me take that off here. Okay.
So we're doing a little spring cleaning right now, is what you're telling me.
Yeah. So the only thing I have in the bag right now, I've got a wine bottle. I've got some old leather armor, and Mika's scimitar, which we still need to get back to his family at some point.
And that's only those three things?
Yeah, actually, that's all we got in there. So that's
Really?
not a lot of space. Yeah. Unless I'm missing something on my notes here. Well, then our little sack of party fund gold is in there too.
Is what we just put in there, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess can Reynold can I make like a check of some sort to determine if how much money was in that room? Kind of like counting how many beans are in a jar, but in a treasure room with chests. There's like a rough estimate.
Yeah, you can do that.
All right, what check? I guess intelligence, which I'm not the best at, but neither is anybody here.
Yeah, I think intelligence makes sense for that.
Okay. I'll just think real hard and try to think of how much was in that room. I got a 6.
Oh, wow. More than you've ever seen.
Reynold, you okay over there? Look like you're about to burst a blood vessel on your head.
Oh, sorry, my nose is bleeding a little bit.
Yeah, you good?
Sorry, there's too much gold in there. I don't think we'll be able to
No.
pack it all. I mean, we can try.
We could hop back in there and just do this the easy way, and we'll just open a bag of holding. We'll scoop coin into it until it won't take any anymore, and then we'll move on and go on about our day.
All right.
Like honestly, we don't have to.
Let's do that.
It.
I guess I'm making it complicated. Let's actually do it. Execution instead of planning.
Let's go. All right. So we'll go. We're gonna head over to the captain and give him his money first.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we make the journey to our campsite.
Okay. And it's easy enough to follow the creek that sometimes is more of a river, but you see the spot where you camped, and there's smoke drifting into the air, something smoldering. Captain
Smoldering
Cannonball.
like he built a campfire? Okay.
Yes, Captain Cannonball jumps into the clearing and makes a relieved sigh. Well, that was pretty quick.
I know, we were in there for like 5 minutes.
It felt like a lot longer than it was, but anyway, I believe our deal was 2,000, correct, Captain?
That's right. You haven't got much on you here. You looted the whole horde already.
Well, I mean, we've done what we need to do here. I'll take out the separate sack that I had with his coin in it, and hey, listen, Captain, being that you've been such a good sport, as far as trusting us on delivering on this information and coming out here with us and the whole 9 yards, we've put a little bit of an extra tip on there for you with that, in addition to the 2,000. So this is all for you, and I'll hold the bag out to him. And I hope that this will consider our debt paid, and we are in good standings with you from here, sir.
And hey, Captain, maybe if you go back to Brahms, you can get your extra 2,000 from him, and so you didn't get any from us. Well, a collector's fee.
That's
Well,
that's between y'all.
thanks for paying up the debt, and we'll be setting sail soon, right? I'll keep her ready for you. Are we still going west?
Yes, we're still gonna make that trip, right, guys?
Yes. Reynold looks around, agreeing, not knowing what this is. Yes,
Yeah, because we're
west.
heading to oh jeez.
Well, if you stay here, you're going to be found out, and the council
we
will be
gotta-
so nice as to banish you next time, I'm sure. Have you forgotten,
still-
Reynold? You've broken the law,
They
my
were
friend.
so-
You're an outlaw.
Look, I got hit really hard by a Hydra multiple times. All right. I think I can afford a little
Hydra.
concussion or two.
I wish I'd been there, but alas,
No,
I'll go
you
get
don't.
the boat ready.
Yes, yeah, Captain. If you want to get it ready to go, and we'll be behind you shortly once we tie up everything here. With what's their names?
That verbal friend that we met
Yeah.
earlier.
I will give you a few days, and before we
You
set
later.
sail, not a problem.
All right.
Okay, good. Thank you, Captain.
That helps. Thank you, Captain.
All right. He stomps off loudly.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got we'll go back in there. We'll take what we can
Mm-hmm.
out of this, and I say we just maybe send word to the to the Ord Horde and let them come and deal with it from there.
Yeah, I can send a message to those guys whenever we rest for tonight, or tomorrow morning rather. But I have the capabilities to do that. I will say, maybe we should get as much as we can in our bags and stash the rest, and say, hey, we got the Horde in our bag. We stashed the rest that we couldn't pick up somewhere. Like we buried it somewhere or something like that, and just let them know where it's at, and they can come collect it from us, and then go there and collect it there. Because they can kind of sense that stuff, right?
I thought they could
why do-
detect a horde.
Yeah, why do we need to move it?
Because the guy, the Furbo guy,
No, I understand that, but if we tell them, hey, it's here, come get it, and they come and get it, then that's like, why do we need to move it somewhere else?
oh,
You guys recall that the
Dalathy wants us to move all the funds out so he can reclaim the temple, or at least that's what I believed.
Order of the
Okay.
Horde are also not allowed in this region.
That's
trees.
right. That's right. That's
Kind of
right.
why
That's why
they
they-
had you guys.
that's why they needed us. That's why they needed us. Okay.
All right, so
All right. Well, let's get back in there and reassess how much we have and see what we need to do.
collect as much
Get
as
a
we
real
can. I'll
Yeah.
try to carry the rest somehow, and I'll make sure that I can do what I can.
So we'll head back into the temple.
Okay, and then Dealethi is there, and he can open the portal to the temple for you. My friends, I'm going to, like I said, drain the lake. Should I do that now or after? I thought that if I did it now, it would be much easier for you to get what you need, but if I did it after, perhaps I could send you away on it. Might make for a nice ride.
Well, as tempting as it is to have us have an easy time, I'm also more tempted by the fact that we could surf on land towards our.
Make your travels much easier.
When you do that, will it? Oh, I wonder if we could build some sort of like tie up some like a raft kind of thing or something. And
Yeah, we could
sort
go
of ride.
sailing over the treetops.
Well, I'm saying like we load up the Horde onto that, and then ride the wave.
Ooh, we could ride up in style. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can build a raft that can support the weight of the horde, and we just kind of like float on in and deliver them their money.
We've got a couple of days before the ship leaves. I mean, that seems like a pretty simple thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I say we do that.
Yeah. I mean, we're in a fort. We daily thing is. Would it be okay if we use some of the lumber around here to craft a vessel of some sort to move this stuff out of here?
I would have to speak
know
with
that- I
the
know-
trees.
Well, and that's why I asked, because I know that there's an enchantment here. If there's like some fallen trees nearby that have already fallen that we could just make use of, so we're
There
not
may
taking.
be.
From
I
the
will
forest or
convene
something.
with the forest while you go about your task.
All right.
That sounds wonderful. Thank you. All right. So I guess we should go in there and just sort of assess what we're looking at first, right?
All right. So I might have
Okay.
floated to the top already, and we can kind of like.
Didn't we have a water breathing on us? or-
He said something about giving us some innate magic to do that. So maybe. Oh wait, he already left to go talk to them. I guess we
Oh.
just gotta wait for him to come back.
I will need to open the portal for you. I forgot.
That's
and
okay.
Dealethi returns.
All right, welcome back.
Yes.
Okay.
Again, he strides out, and the water is around 10 feet deep. And this time when he opens the portal, there's no surging of water because the temple's already full. Says here and speaks words of magic, and you feel as though you'll be able to breathe beneath the water easily.
Okay. And we still have our psychic link up from my thing, so we
Okay.
can communicate down there okay as well.
All right.
All right, well let's dive in and see. Let's get some better ideas of what we need to do here.
Let's watch me sink to the bottom. And Randall kind of steps in and so starts like going all the way down.
As Reynold steps in, I kind of step in right behind him and I just grab his the shoulder of his
I'm
armor.
a diving
just-
bell right now.
just let him drag me down with him.
And as you go through the portal in the ceiling of the temple, you do notice a couple of the chests from the treasure room are floating there near the top. They are buoyant enough. Perhaps what's within them is not as heavy as what is within the other chests. And now, as far as finding all of the other goods in the temple, the layout is not that complicated, but there are some areas where the walls are ruined and have been torn down. So just to use rules to govern this, will you all make me investigation checks, please?
Okay.
Investigation.
And you can do this with advantage.
And I just want to say to Reynold, just because you can breathe underwater now doesn't mean that you can swim underwater. You still weigh the same.
Oh, that's too funny. Is Reynolds still wearing chainmail?
I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't take it off. I put it on and I didn't take it off.
I don't think you thought this through, buddy. You still weigh the same.
I got water walk. It's fine.
Metal Mario
Okay.
down there.
I have the magic to get out of this. It's okay. I checked before I went in.
And do me a
Sorry.
favor, Reynold, roll an investigation check with advantage, please.
Oh, cool. I will do so. It's not going to be a huge number, but the dogs are barking.
Okay. 12, 15, 17 is our best. Not bad at all. So, swimming, walking through the temple, you find some of the riches have been scattered as the water filled, but you feel as though you're able to find almost everything by the time your search concludes. And so just going over what you retrieve here, you're able to leave the temple and pull these treasure chests through the portal and to the shore. Some of them are quite heavy, and if you like, you can probably fit almost all of the gold coins into your bag of holding, or use the treasure chest for more. But the brass tacks here is and I can put this in the chat too. But you'll have one scroll, a magic scroll, a dagger of venom, which you found earlier, a sword of sharpness, chime of opening, and again, this is the hoard that you owe to Periastocles. +1 scimitar, +1 short sword, a folding boat, swords for 30 soldiers, 20 +2 magic arrows, Heward's handy haversack, 2,000 more gold pieces about, and 2,500 gold pieces of art.
So I'm really interested in that haversack if none of you want it.
We could check what's in it. Because there could be something in there already.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
This dragon was really smart with its organizing. It put a bunch of money into a haversack so it could have more room.
Reynold, can you make a religion check, please?
All right, let's pray underwater. That would be a 23.
When you're thinking about, that this dragon's hoard is to be accounted for by the order of the horde, you understand that those who follow Astilabur, which is the god of the horde, in such a situation would often, skim from the top, so to speak, take some for themselves. Now, what amount, you do that to, right, that would be up to your discretion. But I just wanted to, Reynold understands that is customary of these dealings.
Yeah, I think as long as we don't take too much.
Yeah. Is that 28,000?
I'm sorry, that includes the 8,000 that you
okay, that's good to
originally retrieved. Yes.
All right.
Okay.
So there's 20,000 gold in the hoard currently that we have not
Yeah.
claimed for ourselves, and I have taken the sword of sharpness. It's in my possession already.
To be honest, the haversack is the only thing that interests me.
Yeah.
And only because it allows me to carry more books.
There's also a scroll in there too that you might be able to look at and copy.
Yeah, can either take a look and see if either of you guys can read that scroll? I can't.
I can't. I don't think I can.
Well, if it's on your spell list, you can read it. It's how it works.
Let me check. I just by looking at what the name of that is, I'm guessing that I could, but to make sure.
It looks like a cleric spell.
It does look like a cleric spell.
Yeah, it's a cleric only.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Hey,
so then,
you guys can't read this? And he points up to the scroll.
What language is that?
It's
gibberish to me, man.
it's a dwarvish language that only I can read. He kind of looks around. Well, just in case you guys are wondering, this is a thing you put down, and then it's kind of stays there until you don't want it to be there.
Mhm.
There's a bunch of things that can't go in, and you can make it light, you can make it dark. There's
Right.
you make it vulnerable or protect against something. A lot of stuff can go on in here.
I mean, is it something that you think that we might use at some point?
It seems like a really permanent thing, especially since it's a spell scroll in the first place, that we might have to find a base of operations to put this down in if we needed to.
Okay. Here's what I'm looking at is the I'd like to keep the chime of opening.
Does seem handy.
I just feel like that's something that would be handy to have. I see potential in us keeping the dagger of venom. Just because the extra the being able to poison somebody or something like that, I don't see us using it a lot in combat type scenarios, but maybe no, I guess we wouldn't really need it. Now Now this little folded up boat is kind of neat.
Very
I
handy.
kind of want to keep that, especially given the current circumstances. I could see some immediate uses for that.
I think we're definitely going to have to use it.
Yeah.
I mean, not to like fault anybody's craftsmanship here, but I don't think any one of us could build a good boat. Maybe I would be the best option, but I work with metal, not boats, not wood,
Yeah.
not my thing.
I mean, it does unfold into a 10-foot long boat. I mean, we could very easily. Most of the gold can go into the bag. I don't see any need for us to keep the art.
Here,
the arrows.
Let's do
sword.
this. What's that, Mordecai?
Guys,
What?
can you navigate a boat?
No.
That is not one of my proficiencies.
Well, I don't think we're going to be navigating very much. I think we're going to be surfing.
No, but I'll tell you what I can do on a boat. I can sit on it while a furbolg does some magic and unleashes a tidal wave that we ride out like a giant surfboard.
That's fine. I'm just saying we probably
and then
don't
fold
want
it
to
right back up and tuck it into my pocket just in case.
That boat does fold back, right?
I think so. I think you can. Yep.
All right.
As long as there's no creatures aboard, it can fold.
Here. I got a fun idea. All right. Get the boring stuff out of the way. We put the gold in our bag, and then we keep that safe, and then everything else we put into the haversack. And so we can transport the other items that way. And then we should check what's in there first before we put anything in there. And then we take the boat and we soar across the treetops towards where we need to go and make a great display of it. We could maybe tie one of the chests to the back and we can kind of like surf on that, Well,
I mean, honestly, if we between the bag of holding and the haversack, everything except for the art pieces probably will fit in those bags. And then these art pieces are just, I mean, Ben, it says 2,500 gold worth of art. So like, how much
is it like
a ton of?
These art pieces are big enough that you'll need to use one of these treasure chests to move them.
Okay. Right. But will one chest hold all of it?
Yes.
Okay, so that's fine then. We'll put the art in the chest. We'll put everything else in the bags, and we'll
sail on out of here.
Better question, Ben.
Yes.
Out of these art pieces, how many are paintings? And out of those, how many were ruined in the water?
This is a good question.
Some of these were in the very light chest that was floating, so they were spared. I'd say this is what remains of the art pieces that are still valuable enough to sell or to make use of.
Okay. Now the question remains, how far can we push this before they get mad?
Like how much can we take?
Yeah, we don't want to take too much. If it's just us, that would be one thing, but there's an entire town.
I would be fine with us just walking away with what we've taken thus far as gold goes.
Yeah.
And picking up these couple of magic items on top. If we feel like we should take some more, like I'm cool with that. I don't think that.
I would say good where we're at.
I would say bare minimum, and this would be pushing it. We should leave at least 15K. Like if we were to take another 5K off of here, because there still needs to be a respectable amount of stuff in here. I mean, it's a horde.
Are you telling us that we're going to have to gamble and haggle with some religious people where this is their whole thing?
See, that's what I'm trying to avoid.
Be like, hey, we respect you, but we're kind of poor and we want some money.
Remember, however greedy you are, they are more greedy than you.
Okay, so how about this then? We'll take an extra 1,000 a piece off. That's another 3K. That leaves them 17 plus the items. We'll just take you're gonna take the sword. I'll take the chime, and the haversack. We don't even need to keep the boat after we use the boat for transport. We'll ditch I don't want to ditch the boat because we're going back out to sea. So I kind of want to have an emergency plan.
I don't think any of us are going to be sailing that boat, but
I think we're gonna crash that boat into a bunch of rocks.
100%. We're going to get stranded.
I think boat or no boat, we are equally screwed out in the water. Worst case scenario, we don't crash the boat. We starve to death in the sea.
Hold on. Randall pulls out his little thinking book and flips through it for a little bit. Well, I mean, worst case scenario, I can make food.
Well, if we're
magic.
If we're stranded in the sea, we can always teleport out.
I guess that's true too.
So it's not like we don't have better options.
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is we should become stranded on an island and get away from all these troubles.
You're telling me there's a chance. That's
and living a relaxing life where no one can interrupt us.
We can hoard all of this gold.
I don't think we should do that, because then everyone's going to be real mad with us. We're already criminals. We don't need to be hunted down by religious fanatics.
Yeah.
Whose whole thing is helping dragons out.
Well, let me ask you this. Say you had 28,000 gold. What would you buy? What would you buy with it?
I don't know. I've never been that rich. I'm a blacksmith. I'm not like a noble. I'm not that. I mean, I was wealthy. Don't get me wrong. I was very good at my job, but I was never like 20K in the bank. Maybe Mr. Fancy Pants over here, and he points at Jules, would know what to do with it.
I'm just saying we have currently bigger problems than money.
Money.
Yeah.
We have an entire organization of mages that wants our head.
And then if we do this and make a bunch of Dragonborns mad, they'll also want our head.
Exactly. We have plenty of enemies as it is.
So we want to just leave it at what we've taken so far, plus the and just.
If there's any magic item that you absolutely must have, but I would say in terms of gold, it does very little for us right now.
Yeah, I already said before, I don't think that I'm good with the amount that we've taken so far as everything goes. So,
what type of sword was the Sword of Sharpness?
I forgot what we had decided on last session. My apologies.
I think it was like a long sword or something like that.
Yes.
I don't think it.
I think you said it was
small.
I think you said it was a +3 greatsword, if I remember.
Yeah, a Soul of Lifesteal. That's right. Yeah. It has Marcus engraved on it.
I think it was.
It's a wishblade, I believe.
It's a really big switchblade, like the size of your arm. It's really weird.
Doesn't it allow you to cast heal once per turn?
Yeah.
I thought that was the rule.
Yeah, it was a little weird. Hey, I know Ben just giving us the item, so we're going to use it and take advantage. We're not going to use it.
So Sword of Sharpness is cool. When you attack an object with this magic sword and hit, maximize your weapon damage dice against the target. When you attack a creature with this weapon and roll a 20 on the attack roll, that target takes an extra 4d6 slashing damage. Then roll another d20. If you roll a 20, you lop off one of the target's limbs, with the effect of such loss determined by the GM. If the creature has no limb to sever, you lop off a portion of its body instead. In addition, you can speak the word's command word to cause the blade to shed bright light in a 10-foot radius in dim light for an additional 10 feet. Speaking the command word again or sheathing the sword puts out the light.
Ben, can I put a little bit of my spin on what the sword looks like, if you'll allow me?
Sure.
You know the sword the Demo Man has in TF2? The one-eyed Zyhander? I'm imagining it's like that. I know it's a little bit more katana, like anime-esque because of the light thing, but I like to imagine it's the Eyelander.
Love it.
Yeah, so I think Reynold definitely wants to lop off somebody's arm at one point. This journey is really corrupting him in some ways. He was not like this before. But yeah, I say we take one item each, keep the gold that we've taken already, and use the boat to get there.
Yeah.
Worst comes to worst, I can cast Water Walk as a ritual. And if we really want to be, careful, that we can just carry a piece of like driftwood with us that I can do the ritual on.
Okay.
I would say that something like the Chime of Opening is probably not as useful to us because we have you.
This is true. But if he's ever down,
I haven't seen a single door you haven't been able to pick.
Yeah. But it's
isn't it like can like defeat magic locks really well? Isn't that another thing it can do?
I don't know how it does with magic locks, to be honest. But it'll open any, like, it can open things. We can open things from a distance. We can I could open it from up to 120 feet. And it works for anything that can be open. So a door, a lid on something, a chest. A window, anything like that. So there's definitely applications to it. It does only have a finite amount of uses.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, you can only use it 10 times, and then it cracks.
Oh, that's kind of bad.
So it's not something that we just. So it would not replace my, my lockpicking stuff.
This would open, to my understanding, magically sealed or locked things as well.
I would imagine, unless it's a powerful enough spell, certain levels or whatnot. But
yeah, it's like for locks and latches, and so you could probably rule that it's sealed in some way if you wanted to go around that. But yeah, it could be, pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Could I take a look at it and see how many times it's been used before?
Yeah, of course. I'll give it to you to take a look at and inspect.
Can you make make an Arcana check, please?
Okay.
It's been used 9 times.
You got one use. Roll a d10 for me.
And I'm gonna go ahead and use Dark One's own luck on this to roll a d10 and add it to my roll.
Really wants to know.
I really want to know.
I guess it really is important if we're going to be bringing this thing along with us.
Yeah, if it only has one use, like.
Probably has 6 charges.
Awesome. So I will say that.
Okay, so it's about half used.
Yeah.
Do we think at any point when we're trying to go and save Therasessa, because I know we all might have forgotten about her, but she is still very much in the forefront of my mind at the very least, that will come in contact with a magical lock of some sort? Would this work on the thing?
Here's the way I'd look at it. It's this big. It's a skinny little thing that, of all the things for us to take out of here, it's not a big flashy thing that's gonna be noticed, to be missed.
All right. Everybody gets one magic item.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that. I'm not gonna. I thought about taking the dagger. I don't think I'm gonna take the dagger though.
No, like you got invisible cool stuff.
Yeah. My daggers are way cooler. Though the poison damage would be nice and everything with the extra damage on it, but it's fine. There's other ways to do things. I'm not really the poison people and kind of guy, honestly.
You're kind of just the kill them instantly kind of guy.
Well, if I have to, if they have to die, and that's the whole thing about my blades. The whole point of those is that it doesn't leave a trace. So poison is kind of traceable. So we'll leave the dagger. You take your sword. You got your sack.
Yeah.
Nice sack.
You gotta have a sack.
Did we turn the haversack out? And
Oh
see if there
yeah,
was
we
anything
should
else in
we
it?
should do that and see if there's any
Sure.
other stuff in there.
It seems to be empty.
3
Ah.
Hydra fallout.
3 Hydra eggs.
Yeah.
Really keeping them safe. Well, let's
right.
let's back
Okay,
up.
so we'll start loading stuff up. We'll start scooping coin into the bag.
Get ready to set sail.
Actually, I'll tell you what. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the bag of holding and I'm gonna give it to Red.
All right,
since
thank
you're,
you.
Since you're in your diver suit and are way down to the ground, so you can scoop the coin out. And then while he's doing that, I'm gonna take and swim up to the top and are we coming out from here when she opens it up, right? So we should set up the boat and everything in here, or
I think we should do it up there when we get out of here.
I had
Okay,
imagined
okay.
you already pulling the riches to shore, essentially,
got it.
and having
Okay,
taken
so,
inventory of them.
Yeah, as we're discussing all this stuff, that makes sense. So okay, so once we got everything packed up and everything, then I'll unfold the boat, and I'll check with our Furbolg friend Dialathy.
Hey,
and,
D.
And see where we should put it to ride the wave as he was gonna do for us.
Yes, the lake will swell, and it will take you downstream. My brothers and sisters will be there to guide you, but once you leave our lands, it will be up to you.
Of course,
Some
of course.
gnarly
So
waves. All
can I
right.
put this? So put the boat right here. That's gonna give us kind of a
Yes.
straight shot where we're perfect.
Aim it that way. And,
Got it.
Points kind of a northwesterly direction.
So I'll set up where we need that. Start loading up those chests, and we'll hop on. And
One
and,
more thing.
Mm.
When that beast came, it had a rider.
Oh,
And
great.
when the rider was slain, it was turned to smoke, but we'd cut a piece of the beast's saddle. And he hands out to you a piece of leather, and on it is drawn a snake with a man's body and head as an
Weird.
upper torso. I'm not sure if it means anything, but please take it.
Can I
It's like a Yanti kind of thing.
make like a
Yes.
religion check to see if I've seen this iconography before?
Sure.
Let me take a look here. This is kind of my strong suit, not really. It's kind of looks like a snake, dude.
Yeah, like Jules commented, a Yuan-Ti, it's hard to figure any more than that. It's not a symbol that you've come into contact with that you recall.
Yeah, these guys must be underground because I haven't seen this before.
Well, we know what to keep an eye out for.
Yeah, thank you. And he pockets it.
All right.
And the Furbolg Dialathy, as you all climb aboard the boat that you've summoned, the magical
Yes.
folding boat, I
The
assume?
bolt
Yes.
that we unfolded, a sentence I never think I would hear.
And I'm sitting there like I've asked the starboard. And
Avast, ye scallywags!
turn to the
Onward to port!
There is a
that
sail
way.
on this boat as well, right? It's my understanding.
is it a sailboat?
Or
I
is
think
it a
so.
rowboat?
Never mind, I don't want it anymore. It's
Reynold
a
gets
12
past
inch by
the row.
6 inch by 6 inch box.
Yeah.
You
My
can always
arms-
grab inside it.
You got a pair of
Huh.
oars, an anchor, a mast, and a lateen sail.
Oh, great.
Yep.
You, god damn it. Reynold gets
That's
on the
board,
oars.
steer-
I know none of you guys are going to do this, so I'll just take it up right now.
I'm sorry. My arms are allergic to rowing. It's a condition.
Hey, can't you just summon your guy and make him do this?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Get your funny skeleton man up here.
I'm going to grab my gilded skull, mutter my incantation, and summon Bucky.
Jules
Don't
has already
worry.
sat in the back by the steering oar and like laid claim to the
It's
sort
a-
of like captain position of this boat.
Except this time he's not a skeleton. He's a zombie.
Does he have a pirate outfit on?
He looks like Bucky.
Oh,
Just dead and half rotted.
Dialethi begins to chant and pulls a horn from his side, and it issues a deep, resonant tone that seems to reverberate through the forest and down the stream. And the lake swells, and the wind swells with it, and begins to carry the boat rapidly forward. And the lake seems to join into one current from the sides and lead down the stream. And as Reynold envisioned, you're carried near the treetops, and the water is conducted like through a channel without sides. And as you pass, you see Furbolg's down answering Dialethi's horn with horns of similar kind, all slightly different frequencies. And they conduct this river and move the lake that drains behind you. Will you all please make survival checks as you hold on?
can I?
It's a
Can I
little
get
bit smoother of a ride than you had anticipated, at least to this point. But it will still require
Survival
some
checks?
efforts. Yes, please.
Can I get advantage since I'm so short to the ground and I'm canonically very heavy?
I don't know that would confer an advantage.
Ah,
I have an inspiration I'm going to burn.
Okay.
There we go. That's a dirty 20.
24 from Reynold, 20 from Jules, and a 5 from Joel. Or Mordecai, forgive me.
I'm not helping at all. I'm just literally just trying to hang on for dear life.
And Bucky seems to lose grip on the oars and is floundering. And Mordecai, perhaps it is all you can do to assist Bucky, and you take an oar shot to the side of the head.
oh!
But you're able to keep your footing.
Reynold is at the bow of the ship with like 1 foot posted up, and is pointing his new sword forward, screaming, "Come on! Onward, scallywags, you bilge rats!" This man's lived inland his entire life. He has a few pirate fantasies.
And Jules, you're able to steer the sail to help keep the boat on track as well.
Yeah. Jules is not at all recognizing that all of these furbolgs along the way are like doing this intricate magic to steer us in exactly the direction we need to go. He's just there with the steering oar, and he's just watching, and he's like, God, I'm really good at this.
I mean, I had to move it.
And the wave continues to swell behind you, and smaller waves crash around the boat. And you come to the edge of the forest, and you're thrust forward on this giant wave, pushed out onto the frozen tundra, and the boat is just moving downward as the wave spreads and crashes onto the plain.
We start skidding like that one scene in Polar Express. You know, the train starts drifting on the ice.
Will you make survival checks for me again, please?
A Polar Express reference. That's
I know, I
nowhere.
didn't expect that.
Did not
Oh.
expect that.
I got a 12. There's nothing I can do.
I got a 14.
Okay.
If at any point during these checks I need to, I will add a psychic die. If I need to spend it to stay on the boat.
Okay. Well, at this point, it looks as though the boat might not survive the trip itself as it goes crashing into the snow and the rocks. The three of you are cast onto the ground.
No. And Mordecai dies from road rash on the snow.
Yes, but
We lost
seem
one.
to have lost Mordecai.
Yeah, he died on the snow.
You told him he got thrown out, and he just left.
He was like, "Yep, gotcha."
You're relatively unharmed, though, and at points in your journey, the treasure chest was, being taken away by the waves, but you're able to, navigate the difficult.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. The difficult method of travel, as well as, maintain hold on this treasure chest, which comes sliding out right amidst the three of you. The boat looks as though it might not sail at this moment, but it hasn't been completely smashed.
Will it still float?
Well, now it's kind of been spilled out onto a frozen tundra, so it's basically on a sheet of ice and soggy snow. If it were in the water, it would probably sink at this point, though. There's a couple of large holes in it.
Then we got mending.
It's fine. They can keep the boat.
All right.
I'll go and I'll take the boat and speak the command word to collapse it back down into a box.
Okay.
Does it look like a busted box now?
Yes. Yeah,
There's like a bit of sail poking out from a square.
Kind of smooth it out a little bit. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. They won't even. We'll put it at the bottom.
We can hammer out the dents. It'll be okay.
Oh, what should I about? It was like that when we got there.
Yep. 100% a Hydra all that time.
Yeah, who knows what happened?
Got bored. Well,
okay, so now we need to find a place to stash all this. Yeah?
Where we just, well, I guess we should find out how close we are to the town. See if we can just like hand deliver it. If not, then we can.
True. How far away are we from?
About a half a day's walk.
Yeah. We can just head on over.
Yeah, let's head over there, drop this off, stay the night, and then we'll go back to the boat tomorrow.
Yep.
Skip town. Because we've got the captain said we had a couple days, so that should be fine. Yeah.
Yeah, plenty of travel time.
Let's do that.
All right, we start walking. Reynolds gonna lead the group because the last time we got stuck in a snowstorm, nobody could find their way around.
Yeah.
I will hold on to Reynolds.
Yes, that's very good. You guys are learning.
There's only one of us that can heal.
I guess Reynolds is also dragging the treasure along with them. He's got to do everything here. He's got 2 ropes attached to it. He's pulling over his shoulder. And he's like trudging along, leaving a long trail in the snow that the others can follow.
Bucky's helping.
Oh, no.
Thank you, Bucky. Out of the 3 people I'm here with normally, the new one that's only here occasionally is very helpful.
I'm gonna pull 2 patches off of my robe. First one I'm gonna pull off is, and I hate to use it for this.
Don't use the horse. Jules, I see you reaching for that patch. Don't you dare use that horse.
You want me to save the horse to throw it into the middle of another room and confuse somebody else?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's fair. How about you want? I mean, you want a couple of mastiffs to help you drag that thing?
I don't know. Maybe. I think Bucky's helping a lot, and he's undead.
I got this. I'm gonna summon out Lucky, and he's gonna be pulling on it and not doing very much at all.
Reynold is gonna be
like
pulling along,
just dragging the snow.
He's gonna look at Bucky and
actually
Lucky
making it harder,
and whisper to him, like, "We should start a union," and just keep pulling.
Lucky just gives up and sits on the edge of the chest,
God damn it.
kicking his legs.
You can fly, just
Doing
fly,
good, guys.
I hate you. I'm always. I'm not even that stronger.
Now. He's the manager now.
Oh, you're supervising me, eh, Lucky? What you're gonna give me a performance review?
Would it help if I brought out a giant iron door?
No, that would make it heavier.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, you walk for a good portion of the day, and it has become daytime. Shograflees is far to the north. You see red skies, and it is somewhat like sunset for most of the day. When you come to the camp of Periastocles, there are thick tents, and they hang with the wetness of recent rains. Some of the tents are smoking, patches of canvas pulled back on the top of the tents. These are fires to warm the troops of Periastocles. There are many tents here. Scores of these warriors are camped, and their sole purpose to reclaim the hordes of the dragon, to deliver them to Deepest Dragon.
Reynold, tired at this point, finds the nearest person on guard and kind of waves them over.
And a dragonborn woman approaches, and behind her you see Periastocles walk out of the camp.
Oh, good. I was gonna have her get you, but you're here already.
Yes,
that's cool.
My friends.
Well,
You've returned.
We have.
barely.
And it looks like you've brought me something too.
Yes, it's got a lot of art in it, and he fully drags it forward one last bit and kind of flips it open. Ta-da! This is as much as we could recover art-wise. The rest was ruined.
We do have some other, and I'll reach into the bag of holding and just pull out like a kind of like a fistful of coin and just show it to him. We do have some other spoils from there as well.
Oh, yes, yes. Well, this was a large hoard, so I expect you were able to recover at least most of it.
I'd say we got a pretty respectable amount here for you. There's a lot of weapons. There's some swords, some really nice looking arrows. Look like they might be magic of some sort. That might be some stuff that will help your men. There's the coin, of course, the art pieces.
Listen, join me and we'll have drink and food, and you can tell me of your victory.
You know, that sounds wonderful, because poor Reynold over here has been dragging this chest this whole way, and I'll tell you, watching him do it has made me hungry.
You should give him some elk.
Join me then, and we'll just take inventory. Please leave everything here.
Sure. Should I just, because I've got the coin in the bag here, should we just like sort of
dump it?
I want to just dump out a big pile.
Oh yes.
Do you have another chest that we could put it into or something?
Yes, Anastasia, please bring out a couple more large chests. It's always nice to add to the empty ones.
Mm-hmm.
I need an ale, please.
Periastocles invites you into his tent. It's large, and there's a table for dining. It's set with wine and some kind of barbecued meat.
Ooh.
Just don't ask too many questions.
It's elk.
Yes. Oh, elk. Mm-mm-mm.
See, this is why you don't ask too many questions.
I love elk.
Okay. And so I will when they bring out those chests and everything, I'll start removing coin out. I'm gonna put so we had 20,000 for them.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put in yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll put in 20,000. I'm gonna pull out like 20,041 gold pieces, because I feel like having an even 20,000 like is weird. So
You gotta make it believable.
so just like this is what we had. I don't want it to look like we spent too much time nickel and diming what we were gonna take and everything. So
Okay. And then the other items that you withhold would be the Heward's handy haversack, the chime of opening, and the sword of sharpness. Is that correct?
Yes.
correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Then there are several chests full of armaments and gold, and Anastasia looks quite impressed by your haul.
Yeah, and then the other stuff that was in there, the scimitar and the short sword and all the other weapons and everything, would have been in the haversack.
Right.
So we'd be unloading that
Very good.
into this pile as well.
Okay. I imagine everything turned over except for essentially the 8,000 or so gold pieces and the 3 items.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 8,000 gold pieces and the 3 items.
Okay. And
that little extra bit of gold that I threw in there, guys, I just took off of my personal gold, so it's not a big deal.
Anastasia and several others bring the chests into the center of the camp and begin taking careful account, inspecting every piece and counting all the coins, of course. Appraising.
As we're dumping everything in there, I'm going to pull out the boat and I'll be like, there's this weird box here. It's a little busted up. It looks like it might be magical of some sort. I don't know what it does. And I'll just kind of plop it, set it on top of the pile.
Anastasia adds to her list.
I don't know. It's just, I don't. Ooh, is that elk?
And they would welcome you into the tent, Jules, of course.
I'm already eating. I didn't wait.
Beautiful.
I'm so tired just watching him walk.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Look how much I've sweated.
You all wounded me.
So much hard work.
Balasar, strike up the Ballad of Shograflees, please. And
I love that one.
a quiet song joins your company here in the captain's tent as you enjoy your meal.
Do we still have the mental link?
Yeah, we have. It's probably worn out from where we had it before, but I would slap it back on once we get into all these people. So we'll have it for another 7 hours.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna say to Jules, by any chance, do you have more of that wine?
I have 1 bottle left. But this seems like as good a time as any to celebrate, yeah?
Well, we're alive, aren't we?
Amen.
Barely. You guys didn't even
And
get
I
hit.
will. Yeah, I'll reach in the bag and I'll pull out the wine, and be like, can we get some glasses? Do we have glasses? Some cups?
Oh, yes, we have fresh glasses, of course.
Wonderful.
You have a good bottle there.
I do. Would you like a glass?
Oh, yes. And
Wonderful.
as you pour, Anastasia brings the inventory in and presents it to Periastocles. He looks over the scroll where everything has been carefully notated and nods. A good haul. Looks like almost everything is accounted for. You know, you can't expect everything to stay together over such a long period of time.
Yeah, there was a Hydra that we had to take down. It could have eaten some of it. I mean, we weren't sticking around to go dig through the body.
Hydra. And Periastocles looks taken aback. Did you fight the Hydra in that armor? He raises an eye at your chainmail.
Actually, funny story. No, and it hurt a lot because of it. I, in fact, had to take off my armor and my shield, and I got hit and bit and striked 8 times. It sucked.
But Reynold
he fought
was
a Hydra.
Yes,
He fought it.
he did.
Fair tested.
Reynold
Fair
was the
tested
hero.
and single-handedly.
It's kind of laughs at Jules getting cut off.
Jules doesn't care. He'll go right back to his elk. He knows he's gonna deal with it later, but he doesn't care.
Well, all right.
Oh God. Jules' stomach starts to gurgle.
I'm watching the show. This is my entertainment for the evening.
We've conjured an allergic reaction to elk meat. He was fine before.
Well, I was telling
Yeah.
Anastasia that I couldn't believe that you went into battle with such armor. No offense. You said you're also a blacksmith?
Yes.
And you wear chainmail that is mundane, right?
Yeah, it's normal chainmail that I like retrofitted to fit myself.
Well, I wonder if this might suit you. And Periastocles holds forth a. I was wondering if you would wear scale mail, or are you trying to keep to chainmail?
I am okay with as high as AC as I can get, then. So you give me what you got.
This Periastocles presents to you as a gift the scale mail, and it appears to be made of the scales of a dragon.
Interesting.
That is a nice suit.
It's
of
my
armor.
arms.
You cannot allow anybody who does not have the blood of a dragon to wear this.
I'm never taking it off, so don't you worry.
And so this is dragon scale mail.
Yes,
Very
yes.
nice. Very nice.
Very nice indeed.
What color dragon is it from?
Yeah, that's a good point. Ben?
Red.
Red.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh,
Would you like to test it out?
I have to like wear it for a bit, but I will. This is interesting armor.
Periastocles chuckles. And the meal continues. He enjoys the wine and pays you high compliments for it. And he seems to appreciate your, kind of way of doing business and how forthright you've been with the delivery of the hoard. He says that he owes all of you a personal favor.
I don't suppose you can clear our names with the great wizard court.
I'm afraid we deal in different courts than they do.
Well,
how about-
it's worth a shot?
How about this? If any member of the Wizard Court or any representative thereof maybe pops around here trying to find us and say they tell you some sort of story about us disappearing or something, maybe you don't know who we are. Maybe you do and you just haven't seen us in a very long time.
Of course.
But we definitely weren't here.
There is one who's been asking around town. He waves his hand in the direction of Fundarstedur.
Is his name Derek?
No, I think it's Ryo.
That don't sound familiar, so I'm not sure who that is.
No, that does sound familiar. Who was Ryo? Wait, that was somebody.
Reynold, you might recall a fellow follower, or perhaps Jules recalls Reynold's telling him about this, one who was quite jealous.
Wasn't that the kid that thought that
Yeah.
you were
That's the dude.
some big phony?
Okay. So I don't. Ryo. He's talking to. He's explaining the situation to him. So this kid's like, he was really mad that I had dragon blood in me, and that I was, Bahamut liked me and all that, and he was basically very jealous and got mad at me in an alleyway where no one could see us. And so if he's trying to be like cool with you guys and trying to get in with dragonborn people and trying to be like a true dragon guy, don't let him, because he's mean and he's rude.
No, Ryo does not have the blessings of the dragon, but
Yeah, you're right.
he's been searching for your stone.
Oh, great.
They're calling it the magic stone on the streets. The one that your friend Amaranthe was studying.
Mm-hmm. Via psychic link, Ooh, we should get that before we leave.
Oh, that's a good point. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I think that Ryo would be another one that we would appreciate. That if they come back and ask again, that you haven't seen us since then, as well.
Of course, my friends.
Not because they're of anything. Really, it's just to keep them off of our back because they're just
Ryo is more of a nuisance, I think.
Oh,
exactly.
Yeah.
It's just a fly that we don't need to be swatting at right now. So
been asking if you could join the order. It's not something that I can oblige.
Yeah, don't let him. He's a phony. He don't has what it takes to be a dragon. No pride in his body whatsoever.
And so, unless you have any other specific questions for Periastocles, the meal would continue, and he'd offer lodgings for the night.
Yes. At some point, very, very almost immediately after this conversation, Jules will continue talking and just be like, so anyway.
Oh no, someone get a bedpan.
I'm going to turn in for the night. Okay, have a good night. and he's up and gone very quickly.
Periastocles, this was like a joke, like kind of like a cover we made up. I'm not sure if it's a joke anymore. I think
I don't think he liked the meat.
I don't know what's happening to him. Maybe this is like magic poison. I really gotta check him out.
Well,
I think he's just had it for too many times.
Is he getting sick of it?
Perhaps.
It is rumored that Jules' weakness is elk meat.
We didn't think it would be, but he placeboed himself into getting an allergic reaction to elk meat.
Forgive me if I wanted to test the matter myself.
It's true. Apparently.
Son of a bitch.
Rhino chuckles.
With that, let's take a short break here. We'll be back in 12 minutes at 7:40 Pacific, and then the adventure will continue.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
Woo. Basically, like character creation stuff and a couple of the rule changes on there. And then they're going to be releasing one, I think it's like every month or something like that.
Yeah, with different aspects of the... Exactly.
Yeah, so it's cool. I'll send you one of the videos on it or something so you can check it out. It's interesting. I'm excited for it. I think this stuff's pretty cool.
It should be good. I hope that, like one thing that happened with 4th edition is they made a bunch of errata to it, and that it kind of
Errata?
It kind of like ruined the continuity of the game because so many people had been so used to the way it was played, and then so many little things here and there changed that it became like a lot more like the predecessors, like 3rd edition, where you have to reference this book and how it interacts with this other source and things like that. So I think as long as they streamline integrating it and making it a part of effectively making it a part, because like where there's rules changes, that's kind of where I start to get hung up personally, just because for me it's so hard to learn the rules in the first place.
Yeah.
But I'm too optimistic. I think it could bring some good things.
Yeah. And I agree with that. And I'm pretty sure that, come 24 when it's released, like I know they're saying that all of your current materials will still play. You can still use the current player's handbook and monster manuals and stuff, just with the additions to it. But they'll release like a new player handbook with all the updated stuff and everything. So you'll get like a consolidated rule.
I think
having to do the back and forth.
I think one of the
I'm
cool
willing to bet.
aspects of it too is they're going to integrate a virtual tabletop on D&D Beyond. So you have
Yeah,
like an official virtual tabletop backed by Wizards. So unfortunately, I don't know. I feel like I have to start making that switch over there pretty soon.
I mean, the alpha, the clips I've seen of like the alpha testing on it and stuff, the VTT looks really cool.
Okay, I haven't even seen
But-
those. I'll have to dive into that a little bit more.
Yeah, it's not a lot. There's like, if you look at the trailer that D&D actually released, Wizards of the Coast released, where it's about like a 6-7 minute video of them like, just talking about all the additions to it and stuff. During that little segment where they're talking about the VTT, they show some clips of it, like moving it around and stuff. So it looks good. From what you could see on there, it's pretty. So they got that going for it.
Yeah, I'd like to do a
it's
test run
functional.
of it. Maybe get some people together who want to test it and somebody run it. It'd be fun just to, check out the difference, see what it's like. But
Yeah. I was kind of thinking about putting together like a one shot or something. Not right now, but like once there's a little bit more new material where you
a
can
little
really,
more to work
like,
with.
build
Yeah,
something up. I was thinking about doing something like that. So yeah, maybe we could do that.
that'd be cool.
Mhm.
Oh, we didn't do any of our plugs. We've been so organized and professional lately. But
Have we?
yes,
The beginning of the
yes,
stream
completely.
says no.
Join us on the Discord because we have one shots going on from time to time.
Oh, yeah.
Different people running games and such. So
Mhm.
I know
I
Mitch
think
is
we
trying to put
got
together
somebody
a party
recruiting
right
for
now.
one now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So-
I didn't mean to talk over you there.
Oh, it's all
No, he
good.
did. Don't
I
listen to him.
fully did.
I'm
Take it
talking
away,
over
Chris.
you, Rat. Yeah, you do the plugs, Chris.
I'll do the plugs. You want me to do the plugs? Yeah, join us on our Discord because we do all sorts of awesome things on there. You only got one shots, but you got little inside stuff about, our personal thoughts on how things went every week, as well as funny memes and whatnot.
Arguably
Speaking
funny.
of memes, arguably funny. I mean, comedy is objective, but these are funny. I send some good ones on there. I'm on the TikToks and the Instas and whatnot, sending them out. But also on the other social medias, we're on. They haven't been as active as much, but like we're definitely on Twitter at the Heroes Era, and we're on Facebook and stuff. But we haven't, like I said, we haven't really been too active on those. But you could hop on there and give us a like there as well. Anyway, also a lot of our content can be found on YouTube at the Heroes Era as well. We got videos from our old campaign, our OG campaign, a couple other cool little bits like that. Of course, we're here on Twitch, where you can obviously subscribe to us here as well. And pretty much anywhere where you interact with amazing celebrities such as ourselves, you just go to the search and you type in the Heroes Era, and if we're there, that's how you'll find us.
And our podcasts are releasing pretty much weekly. I'm really trying to get it consistent, but I'm also doing a little bit more editing. So some of them are taking a little bit longer. I'm really trying to nail down my process of releasing them. But so expect a little bit more original background music. And then where we have combat, I'm trying to edit out the downtime or the dead air from that. It's usually the role-playing sessions. I would, publish all of that. But then during combat, it gets bogged down a little bit here and there.
What? You don't want 5 minutes of dead air of someone deciding what to do with their turn?
Oh, if that happened, that would be a problem, definitely. But
gotta cut out all that time that we gotta wait for Bodhi to read his spells. And
Give me a second, guys, please. Just
yeah, basically
Come
just
on.
editing out dead air, and then if I notice a part where there was, technical difficulties, I'll try to get rid of that too. But so, anyways, trying to make the podcast a little bit better. I notice we have a handful of people who are checking them out on a regular basis. Of course, we really appreciate that. So, yeah. Oh, and then
if you're
also
listening to this on podcast right now, thank you.
yes, and a special thank you to Jason for continuing to be a subscriber as well. Much appreciated, my friend.
thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Let's jump back into the game. You all just dined with Periastocles, leader of the Order of the Horde, and Anastasia presented the
Scale mail.
well, Periastocles presented that to you, but she presented the inventory of all the items you had reclaimed to him, and he seemed quite pleased, bestowing upon you that gift. And you had made mention of perhaps trying to retrieve the stone that you had hidden in the snow. I'm glad that
We just
came up.
left and just didn't get it at all. We like got onto the seas and we're like,
Fine.
aren't we supposed to
Let's
have
go.
something?
But so why don't we have the next day come, and there are the three of you dining, drinking as you please.
So we are long rested.
Yes.
So how was that elk meat, Jules? Left quite a
man.
hurry last night.
You remember a while back when we
Mhm.
first started
Start
adventuring
Doing this
together,
bit,
and
yeah.
and I had that whole. We used it as a cover that I was,
Yeah.
ate the elk, got sick.
Yeah, it was.
Do you know where
right?
You know where I go? Well, it was a cover because I didn't actually eat the elk that night.
Okay.
But you want to know where I got the idea from? What happens when I actually eat the elk?
Oh, this is actually a real thing.
Yes. Yeah, that's where I got the idea from originally. And here's the thing. I know this, so I usually try to avoid it when I see it. But the problem is that I love elk. And we got back, we were drinking, we were in a comfortable place. We haven't been there in a while, and I was like, you know what? The hell with it. And I had to face the consequences of that. So, but I'm better now. I got some I drank plenty of water last night, and it's all out of my system. I'll be okay.
Sounds like you got dysentery or something from that elk meat.
It felt like it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't check the back behind our tents. I wouldn't go back there.
I don't want to find a trail, so I'm not going to.
It's reminiscent of too many camping trips.
I've almost made it.
Was that too real? Was that too real, guys? I'm sorry.
Spawned a visual.
A
Anyways.
vivid memory.
Yeah.
Well, Jules, you want to do the whole boop, the whole.
Oh yeah.
You know the.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll
Yep.
set up our morning link. I gotta roll for this here. Hang on. We got 3 hours with the freebie.
All right. Well, we definitely should. Can't stay here for long. We should get our cool rock in the ground and get out of here.
Yeah. I think we should head out this morning. I think we should swing by, pick that up, and then make our way to the ship.
I don't think.
Is Mordecai? Are you up yet? You with us?
Mordecai?
I'm reading.
Mordecai.
Okay, well then we don't have a psychic link yet because I can't. I have to see him to set it up. Yeah, I'll just peek in while he's sleeping. Just kind of eyeball him.
Real good of
and,
you,
and, and
Jules.
hit it.
Well,
Okay.
let's get a stone, everybody.
Yeah. Let's get some breakfast though.
Oh, hey, I know you made quite a stir about it last night, Mordecai. Would you want me to do something about your mask?
I've had it for a long time now. I thought we did try to do the remove curse previously.
I thought we tried. I know we tried lesser restoration.
Lesser restoration. I know we've tried and it didn't work.
Yeah.
I don't think we've done remove curse specifically. Maybe we have.
I
Do you
genuinely
want to try?
don't
Do you
recall.
want to try?
If it doesn't cost anything, then yes. It doesn't cost anything, so I go up and I touch his mask. I kind of like put like both my fingers in like where the eye holes would be. Kind of like try like I'm poking your eyes out, and then each time I poke, there's like a glow that gets brighter and brighter and brighter, and until the skull finally goes through and his remove curse goes throughout the mask.
You feel your hand burned as you cast your spell.
Is this
Mordecai.
fire damage?
Yes. 6 fire damage.
Half to 3.
And Mordecai, you hear within your head, you'll have to give it back.
Ow.
Well, I'm cursed for life, so it's good to know.
Oof. You okay?
Are you asking me or him?
Yeah.
Well, my fingertips have been burned off before, so this is not a new thing for me.
Yeah, that's true, Mr. Blacksmith over here. I'm sure it's not the first burn you've taken.
The only blue-collar person here, yes.
Mordecai, you all right? You seemed a little taken aback when he zapped you there.
I'm no worse off than I was 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
Well, I tried. And you know what? That's all we can ask for.
Let's get some breakfast.
Clearly, your god is defective.
All right, let's not go down this road here, Mordecai.
Well, either he's defective or lacking.
Okay, so
all right, okay.
I hope it's not elk sausage this morning. Let's go, guys. All right.
Randall just kind of coughs and just kind of like turns away. Is mentally thinking, maybe you hear it, maybe you don't. Like, don't make a scene. It's all right. He's just joking. Go eat your breakfast. It'll be okay.
Jules will say psychically to Reynald, just he's frustrated. He's had that thing stuck on his face. Just let it go. He doesn't mean it.
Jules, I have a fire breath that wants to get out.
I am very aware of that, and let's save that for something good.
I must make Bahamut proud.
And you will, and you do.
This is some good elk.
I'm doing research on more powerful gods.
What was that, Mordecai?
I'm doing research on more powerful gods.
Like blatantly in front of me, like a book that's just titled "More Powerful Gods of Bahamut."
Yeah.
He said, "Siri, search more powerful gods."
Oh, is that the new sending stone? I've been wanting one for a little bit.
It piques your interest because there have been tales of the powers of the gods waning as they struggle for control over the realm.
And I tell Reynold everything in great detail.
Reynold's actually not like that angry anymore. He's like, oh, there's an actual legitimate reason? Then you just like slandering my god. Okay, well, if there's an actual reason, then I'm okay. So if you want to throw hands, I'll throw hands, skinny boy.
Okay.
I hear you walking. It sounds like a ladder's following me.
We got a lot of walking to do together as a group, guys. So let's not make that an uncomfortable.
I'm perfect
journey.
kneecap level.
My arms are also allergic to fistfights. Yeah.
Oh, good.
It's another condition.
And so, how do you plan to seek out the stone? You have placed it inside of a metal box and buried it in the middle of a snowstorm.
Well, we made note of the general vicinity where it was, and then Reynald, did you load up a locate object today?
Of course, I haven't taken it off since we left. I probably should have.
Because we put a dagger
on top,
like just a regular mundane dagger. We set that on top of the box and buried it so we could use that as like a beacon to locate it.
So not on the dirt, but right above the box as we buried it, so no one would go by and just steal it off the floor, because someone would.
Understood.
So we start. Like, are we trying to be like stealthy as we leave town? Because we kind of showed up and then we're gonna immediately leave. Especially
Well, we didn't really go into town. We we hung out with Periastocles at their like encampment just outside of town. So
I think being stealthy would probably catch more attention.
I think we just like walk calmly away from this encampment and just go where where we buried the stone.
That's what I was gonna say. Let's just we'll give a very modest goodbye to Periastocles. Thank them for their hospitality, and then just just leave on to the next thing. But we should I think we should avoid town and try to avoid any too many wandering eyes.
And so Periastocles bids you farewell, and to try to get into the vicinity of where you believe that you left this stone, will you all please make survival checks? And again, when you were originally traveling, the region was covered in a terrible snowstorm that even brought with it white dragons.
Okay, I'll roll now.
So the land is quite different.
My detect object or locate object was like oh wow, the boy with a mind remembers. I got 15, so maybe I do, but he definitely does.
Every once in a while, I actually pay attention to what you guys do.
Oh, that's comforting, Mordecai. Thank you.
And you recall a place where you were running into sheer walls of ice and snow, and you buried the stone nearby here, Mordecai. You're sure of it?
I really want that stone.
All right, let's. And Reynold sits down for 10 minutes.
And so you should be able to locate this object that is within 1,000 feet of you, the dagger that you placed as a marker.
Yeah, Reynold kind of just takes like an icicle from somewhere and breaks it off, and kind of like uses it to draw a circle in the sand for 10 minutes, or in the snow for 10 minutes, and just kind of like uses his divining rod to like get towards the dagger. It's like, it's here. He waits to see if anyone's going to dig it up.
Mordecai did bring you close enough because you're able to locate the object. It is within 100 yards of you, Reynold. So you do go to move over and try to dig it out?
Yeah, I was going to wait to see if anyone else was going to try and do it first, but Reynold just throws the icicle behind his back.
You know what? I will also help. I'm going to summon Bucky.
All right. Bucky and I are going to be real pals by the time you get summoned a lot.
That is my help. That is my contribution.
So Bucky and I just kind of like dig through the sand with our arms and just kind of.
Here, I'll take I have a burglar's pack. I've got a crowbar in it, so I'll take out the crowbar and kind of use that to
pick at the ice. Yeah.
Break out the ice and then like kind of break into the soil underneath once we get down into that.
Okay, so you work at this for some time, and then you uncover the dagger, and beneath it there's a box. This is made of steel, right?
Lead,
forgive me. Thank you. The lead box is dented, but still closed.
Does it look like someone tried to get in?
Perhaps.
Can we take a peek in that box real quick and make sure that
all right,
thing's still in there?
Reynold pulls it out and sits it on the ground outside, and he goes and finds the opening, and he really quick as he can, just goes, opens and shuts it as soon as he can see a orb in there.
You open the box quickly, and you see writing as you go to quickly close it. There's no stone in the box.
Damn it. I thought this was supposed to protect against scrying. And he goes in through and...
You open the box, and inside, written on the back of the box, is, "Do you see what I see?"
No. He just says immediately. Is
I
this
had
like
a feeling. I had a feeling this was gonna happen. I was worried about. So somebody had to see us put it in here.
And will you all make intelligence checks, or if you're trained in perception, you can also make a perception check.
perception? No.
I am trained in perception. I have really good perception, actually.
18.
That's a 25 perception for me.
I guess I might be looking for wisdom instead of intelligence, but if you rolled high, just keep it. Mordecai, will you roll wisdom instead, please? Reynold, you can re-roll if you would like to roll wisdom instead, or you can keep your 18.
I'll keep my 18.
This guy
Wow.
today.
He's really
with the hot
attentive today.
dice.
He really wants this orb.
That's 2 in a row for you, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Jules, you're examining the lettering and the words written here, and it seems like something is slightly off, but you can't quite figure it out until Mordecai points out that the first word is written in a different kind of ink, and you discover that it is very easy to wipe away. And as you do so, it reveals the message, "You see what I see."
Well, Reynold
Somebody's spying on us.
goes to wipe away any other of the words and see if they disappear.
The words, "You see what I see," remain.
Well,
Okay,
Will you all make insight
So,
checks, please?
so we're being spied on.
I got 14. That's the one I'm good at too.
Just a 7.
I don't think I'm good at
Try to-
insight.
Should I try to put a psychic die on that?
I don't
Only
think
get
it'll
it
be
up to
higher
15
than
You can only get it up to 15 at most.
Dark One's own luck.
Do I have it available?
It's a long rest.
Have we had a long rest since?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the morning after.
It's gonna be like a 1.
Yeah.
Why did you say that?
Why'd you say it?
Oh,
Why did you
Stop.
say that?
Stop.
Jules has made a good point. Somebody must be spying. Not sure how. Perhaps you can draw your own conclusions.
Who would spy on us? All right, that's not a good question because that's a lot of people.
It's Eric.
Eric,
It's gotta,
I'm trying to
Somewhere
think
in-
back. Is there anything? None of us are like carrying anything that was given to us by somebody
did we
recently, right?
pay Derek his full?
no.
No, but we're going back to the boat where he is with money. Like we can pay him when we get there. That was the whole
Yeah,
thing.
he wouldn't be able to. Well, maybe he could in the time that we were gone.
I mean, we don't know what he's capable of or who he knows. He seems like the kind of person that probably has some connections to some powerful people, though.
Is it the guy from Green Acres that we let go? The other mercenary type dude?
Hmm.
The one that tried to kill us before?
Yeah.
Mr. Businessman. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't think so.
I have sending. I could ask somebody that we know, that I know.
Can you ask your god? Can you ask your god?
I'm just gonna kind of look up, like, sort of into the air and just sort of speak out into the ether and be like, "All right, you see what we're seeing. So you're seeing this. You're watching this. This is
Do
cute.
you see what I see? Reynolds sings.
So who are you? We don't get a hint. We don't get a clue.
And
You're just gonna hide and send off some riddles.
Jules, as you elicit whatever consciousness you're trying to speak to, Mordecai, you hear in your mind a subtle laughter. Tell them, Mordecai.
I have no idea.
This is the voice of the devil that haunts you.
I have no idea who this could be that's causing us all this trouble.
I mean, none of us do. Why are you saying it like that? That's weird.
Yeah, does Reynold believe that in the first place to make an insight check?
You can choose whether or not to believe that.
Idea at all.
Okay.
I will make a deception check. So there you go.
All right, Mordecai, what the hell's up?
I get a 25.
I'm not even gonna roll.
Reynold peers into your soul for a second.
He rolled a 1.
No
He's literally
idea.
going, no.
Wasn't me.
I'm like framing the mask. No idea at all.
All right, guys, but like seriously though, what do we do now? We need this thing.
Mordecai, would you like to share with the class?
I'm like rubbing the mask.
Jules, can I see that crowbar for a second?
Huh, geez, I wonder, does anyone in our party currently possess
Jules,
any magic item that may be cursed?
Jules, give me that crowbar.
Jules very slowly puts the crowbar back into his bag. Okay, so that needs to be addressed then. That's, and I kind of point to the face, like that's priority 1 right now then.
It's always one after the other.
What do we do though? I mean, we're literally like 3 of the most wanted people in the land right now. It's not like we can just go strolling into town asking for, an old priest and a young priest to come out and perform a ritual.
Priest, practically.
We just need the old priest.
If only there was a guy named Hopkins we could go ask.
And as you're pondering this, coming to the realization that Mordecai's devil mask is beginning to cause more issues for the lucky bastards, you hear the distant howling of hounds. And then their howling is very near, and you see
What now?
3 hellhounds charging across the frozen ground at you. Will you please roll initiative?
Yeah, Reynold immediately heel turns towards him. I got a 9.
Crap.
And if you would please pull yourselves onto the battle map.
Mm-mm.
Sweet, that's a 5.
Oh, just anywhere.
Yeah, and then I'll relocate you.
Okay.
There it goes. Sorry. Okay. Would I have enough time to... Are we just in like an open area? Like just
Yes.
open snow?
Yes.
Okay. Would I have had time as they were coming in to like maybe try to like dive into the snow or something to try to hide?
I'm afraid not. This will be the first that you're aware of them.
Okay.
So I do want to say I did summon Bucky already.
Bucky is a zombie.
No, he's a skeleton currently.
Oh yeah, we had him.
Help dig.
Yep. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's Bucky. Okay. I was like, what is this he's pulling out now?
And he's stronger than before.
And then Joel, do you have access to Bucky?
Give me 1 second. I do not. Oh wait, I can move him, yes. And I do believe I have his character sheet too.
Perfect.
Oh, actually I don't. Wait, yes I do, We're good.
Okay, and then I will roll initiative for my monsters.
Oh my god, our initiative. I got a 7, a 9, and a 5. You're a slow group of people.
We are going fast.
Yeah.
And at 9 is Reynold, and Jules is at 7.
7.
Mordecai at 5.
Yeah.
Okay, and these hounds seem to have appeared out of nowhere, and they are burning. Fire trails off of their backs as they rush forward. Reynold, 2 of them charge you.
A
And
vast beast.
Mordecai, the 3rd, charges you.
Okay.
And they're going to bite at you, Reynold, 2 of them.
I have a 17 AC
This
now.
one's at advantage.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oof.
I'm gonna get torn apart.
Okay, so it already was triggered to roll with advantage. So the first attack will be 22, and then the second attack is a crit.
Fortunately. Unfortunately. Fortunately for you. Unfortunately for me.
14 damage from the first. 9 of that's fire damage.
Okay, so half the 5.
Woo. And then 10 piercing damage plus 16 fire damage from the second attack. And the 3rd hound, seeing the success of its pack, it's actually going to breathe deeply and spew fiery breath.
All right.
And this is going to catch all 3 of you. Will you please make dexterity saving throws?
Breath
Okay.
weapon? Let's see if this new thing... No, it's dragons. Oh well. I'll do a dex save. A 19.
10, 19, and a 7. So the 19 will save.
Hang on a sec. I wanna.
Don't you have evasion or something like that?
Yeah, I have evasion. Yeah, it's fine. I got evasion, so I'll still only take half.
Okay. So 21 damage or halved if you made the save.
Is this fire damage?
Yes.
I take half as well.
Very good. And then we have Reynold.
All right. Ow. Reynold is hurt, but they're all here next to him. So he's going to cast as a action Spirit Guardians which is around 15 feet radius around me. There's angelic dragons flying around that are spewing like holy radiant damage onto these creatures if they start their turn there, or if they enter there. They must make a wisdom saving throw of a DC 15, and they take 3d8 radiant. If they save, they take half.
It's just like little, like 3-inch long, but like
Yeah,
fully,
they're
like dragon.
they're kind of like they're like the size of the pseudo dragons, you know,
I love it.
but they're little Bahamut's.
Hmm.
So I need 3 wisdom saves.
So
It's
this will take effect when they enter the area for the first time
Or
on
start
their
its
turn, right?
there. Yes. Sorry.
Or
Not
starts
yet.
its turn there. Okay, very good.
Not yet.
Thank
but
you.
soon.
And will that be all from Reynald?
That's my action. Do I have any bonus action stuff? No, I do not. That would be Reynald's turn.
Okay, then it's Jules.
Okay. So as the as that hellhound that's closest to us is like biting into Reynald, and Reynald's throwing up his spell in response to it. As it pulls away, Jules is gonna come around the backside with his blade and kind of just try to sink a shot into the hound right here. So that one closest to me.
Okay.
It's gonna be a 23 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. He's engaged with Reynald, so I get sneak attack.
Okay.
On that.
Nice.
So it's gonna be. That's a nice roll. So it's gonna be a total of 28 damage on that shot. And does that? It's still up?
I'm sorry. One moment.
He's drawing
Yes.
squares right now.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So then in that case, then I'll use I'm gonna use my bonus action to disengage, and I'm gonna go 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just back here out of the fray.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay, then is Mordecai.
Good luck. You're muted, Mordecai.
You're muted, bud.
Okay, first off, Bucky is going to attack.
Bucky.
Get him, Bucky.
Bucky.
So it's a ranged spell attack with your spell attack modifier within a range of 150 feet. Target takes 2d4 plus 3 plus the spell's level, which is currently 4.
It's a lot of things that I didn't comprehend.
All right. What kind of attack is this?
So it's a necrotic bolt. My current spell attack bonus is +9. So it's a d20 plus 9.
I'm gonna War God's Blessing and add 10 to that
Then that
as a
hits.
reaction.
So it's a 21 to hit.
The zombie is invigorated by your magic, and it does hit.
This is a little weird for me.
Okay.
Cleric is buffing the skeleton. That's weird.
And then at 4th level, he has 2 attacks. So this is going to be the second attack roll.
17 hits.
That's a 17. Okay. And 22 hits also.
Very good.
So that's going to be 2d4 plus 7 for each one. One second.
Rolling.
Ooh, not as good.
Not too bad. So it's going to be 22
Okay.
total damage from Bucky. Now I'm going to use Eldritch Blast. And at my current level, I also get two blasts.
Pew pew.
14 will miss, a 16 will hit.
Okay. So that'll be 9 force damage,
Okay.
and he is pushed 10 feet away from me.
Okay.
I'm going to use my movement to move this way 30 feet. So I can make it to about here.
Okay.
And Bucky is going to use his movement to do the same, but in the opposite direction.
Okay. So
And then
go ahead.
I'm going to use my bonus action to attack with Lucky, my little imp friend.
Okay.
And that's going to be at a +5. So that'll be so 8 to hit.
8 will
I'm
miss.
guessing is going to miss. And then that'll be his turn.
Okay. And the hounds snarl, looking as the group of you move in various directions, splitting up, and the three of them charge in against Reynold.
I need those 3 wisdom saves if they're all gonna be there.
Very good. Here's the first, an 8, a 10, a 15.
All right, the last one saves. So we're gonna roll 3d. Yeah, 3d8. Radiant damage. The 2 that failed take 13. The 1 that saves takes half that.
And they seem badly hurt by your magic, especially the one that had been assailed by the zombie and Mordecai. But these beasts seem fueled by some otherworldly being or drive or desire, and they just lust for nothing but to defeat you. And that one creature will bite you.
Ah,
An 18 to hit.
that will hit.
And you will take 14 damage. 9 is fire damage.
All right. Well, the spirit guidance is gone. Even though I have some of that, it's still not enough for me to save.
And the 2 hounds next to you howl and seem to draw in air deeply. It smolders as it enters their lungs and mouth, and they exhale, breathing their fire breath upon you. And I will need 2 dex saves from Reynold, and then also from what's the imp's? Lucky.
So 2 separate.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a 15 and a 12.
Well, 1 second, please.
Or the 16 and the 12.
Okay.
So the imp has magic resistance, which gives him advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
Okay.
And he has a plus. You said dexterity, right?
Yes, please.
So that's a +3 to dex saves.
Is he also resistant to the fire damage?
He's resistant to fire, or I think he's immune. Yes, he's immune to fire damage.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that. Okay, well, He should be fine then with the fire breath. No problem.
I guess I'll just take it all.
So you take a quarter of this then, is that right? Since you saved also?
Yes.
Okay, so 4 from the first and 6 from the second.
6, 10. Okay, cool.
Not as effective as I had hoped.
The resistant helps a lot. I'm glad I put this armor on today.
Yeah.
And surrounded by the hounds, they're still snarling, ready to fight. Reynold, you're up.
All right. Bad times here. We are going to... What can I do to attack a lot? Yeah, what does this do? Yeah, I don't have extra attack because I'm just a cleric. Why would I get that normally?
War clerics get extra attack, don't you?
Well, it's a war priest. I have to use a bonus action. It's not just like 2 attacks per attack action.
Oh, I thought you got the extra
No.
attack on that subclass.
No, I do not, unfortunately. All right. Well, not looking great for good old Reynold here. Ow, I just kicked my computer. I'm going to cast... I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at 4th level on myself. Get 28 hit points back. All right. Get that settled right now. And with this bonus action, not really much he can do here with the bonus action. That's just kind of going to be his turn. It's just healing himself. He's going to look over to the others and be like, help!
Okay. And after Reynold is Jules.
All right. Jules is gonna go back after this one that he hit already. We're gonna throw another psychic blade at that one. Crap. That's probably not gonna do it. 12's not gonna hit, is it?
A miss.
I can't give you +10 anyway. You're too far.
No. Did you say yes?
I can't. You're too far.
A miss. Okay. Then I'll bonus action throw my offhand one. How about a 13?
13 will miss.
Okay.
Help!
I'm trying. And then I'm going to... There's like nowhere for me to hide. We're just in wide open space here.
I had envisioned it that way.
Okay. I mean, it's fine if that's the case. I'm just clarifying.
Yeah, you're pretty much in the wide open here.
Okay. I am going to just move a little bit more this direction. 10, 15, 20. Just to about there. And yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. After Jules is Mordecai.
There's something I can do. Okay. The thing is, I needed you not to be there. If you could have gotten to me,
Who,
it
me?
would have been okay. Yeah.
I can't move. They would just run after me afterwards.
That's what I'm saying. I could have kept them in place, but I can't do anything with you there because it's going to hurt you too.
I'll probably survive.
The only thing I can do is hold my action and hope that you can get out of there. Like disengage or something.
I will endeavor to do so then.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to hold action. Everett's black tentacles. Upon seeing that Raynar is no longer within melee of them.
Raynar.
Reynold.
Raynar.
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 Okay, very good.
So that, but Bucky is still going to attack.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have Lucky use the help action, and I'm going to have Bucky attack. So that'll be at a +9.
+21 will hit.
Roll for advantage. For that crit.
And this is the one that Bucky has been targeting.
Yeah, so that'll be the first one at advantage.
And that
then
that hound is slain. And it returns to
Awesome.
whatever hell it came from.
And then this will be the second one.
A 12 will miss.
Well, you can't get them all.
Amen.
Okay.
And that'll be the end of my turn. So I'm just holding actions.
Okay. The hounds howl and snarl, driven on to fight. And you see across the frozen tundra three creatures, devilish creatures, wielding glaives, wearing long pointed beards. And they appear some, 60, 70 feet away from you? Or about that? And they look about for a moment before they key in on you. One of them points their glades in your direction. They utter something in a foul language. And the hounds, seeing that their fiery breath is having little effect on you, move to surround you. And first, the one on the left bites at you, Reynold. 9 will miss.
Yes.
The second bite, a 22, will hit.
Yes.
And you'll take 6 damage from that bite. Or 5, rather, because 2 is fire damage.
Okay. All right. Are these classified as undead?
No.
Okay.
Reynold, you are next.
All right, that's good to know. Reynold is going to do one of them look particularly like almost dead?
Do they need to make saves for... No, you dropped that spell with
I
concentration.
I failed
mistake.
concentration. But do one of these creatures look particularly dead?
Yes, the one to the left of you looks as though it's endured a lot.
Okay, Reynold is going to take out his warhammer. He's still going to get out of here, but he's going to take his warhammer and he's going to try to attack this thing with it, trying to hit him. He's going to absolutely biff it.
6
That's a natural
will
one.
fail.
He's going to use a War Priest to attack again as a bonus action. It's a 20.
20 will hit.
Okay, cool. This will be 12 bludgeoning damage.
The hound cries out in pain as it's slain.
He crushes its skull as it turns to ash around his hammer, and then he looks at Mordecai and says, "All right, here we go," and he's going to just run away. He's going to run 5, 10, 15, 20 feet away, and this creature can snap at me if it so chooses.
A 10 will miss.
Alley-oop, and he points to Marcus. Yeah, he puts to Mordecai.
Is Evard's Black Tentacles a 10-foot radius?
Let me read the spell. Give me 1 second. I think it's bigger than that. "20-foot square." So, squirming ebony tentacles fill a 20-foot square on the ground you can see within range. For the duration, these tentacles turn the ground in the area into difficult terrain. When a creature enters the affected area for the first time on a turn, or ends its turn, or starts its turn, there the creature must succeed on its dexterity saving throw or take 3d6 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, so it's
And be
the evil
restrained.
version
Okay.
of Spirit Guardians.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
The
And then-
the alternative version, not the.
Mhm.
Not
It's
the
Bizarro Spirit Guardians.
Yeah.
The grunge.
will that be the end of Reynald's turn?
Yes.
Okay, then it's Jules.
Okay. So these guys down here, they just sort of just showed up.
Yes, seemingly out of nowhere, they've materialized.
Okay, I'm gonna see the tentacles pop up and catch this this hellhound over here. And we're like, okay, they got that under control, I think. And I'm gonna start running down towards these figures. 15, 25, 30. I'm gonna use my bonus action to dash to get a little closer. 15, 20, 5. I think that should put me about. Yeah. I'm gonna run right up, just right up to them, and I'm gonna charge a psychic blade, and she's like, "Who the hell are you, and why are you sending your pets after us?" And I'm gonna hold an attack for if any of them make any sort of act of aggression towards me or any of our party.
Okay. And what action are you holding?
Just an attack action.
Your
Psychic blade.
Psychic blade. Okay.
Mhm.
The one wants his face back. And they snicker, quite pleased with themselves. After Jules is Mordecai.
By any chance, are these devils, these bearded devils, are they within 120 feet of me?
Yes.
I'm going to Eldritch Blast, and my little skeleton friend is going to blast them as well. So we're going to focus on the same devil, whoever seems to be the lead.
$21. Will hit. $22 will hit.
Awesome. So that'll be 2d4 plus 7. Oh, wow. So that'll be 26 total for my skeleton.
Okay.
And I'm going to Eldritch Blast. That's going to be...
Both hit.
Awesome.
And just as soon as this devil appears, it vanishes in a wisp of smoke, defeated by your magic.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Jules is up there holding his blade, and 2 Eldritch Blasts whiz past his ear. He's like, Jesus.
So I need a dexterity save for the hound. My apologies. Get this here.
Is it the hound's turn?
Yes.
He must make a dexterity saving throw. Or be restrained. 21, he saves.
A 5 won't do it, though. It wasn't at advantage, so...
Okay. So he is restrained. Takes
yeah,
3d6.
Grasped by these black tentacles, and you can roll damage for that.
Okay. Oh, what?
And 14 damage to the hound.
Yeah.
And it tries to conjure its magical breath, but is unable to do so.
It is also currently restrained in place.
Very good.
So attacks against it have advantage.
Thank you. And Jules, the bearded devils, look at each other, grinning savagely, twisting their beards as they approach, glaives in hand. And they move in swiftly over the last 10 feet, closing quickly around you, swinging their glaives. Here's the first attack. A 10.
Miss.
And a 25.
That one hits. That one does hit. Just barely.
No.
17 damage, and please make a Constitution saving throw. And a 14 will succeed. Okay.
Okay. So what was it? 17 damage?
Yes, from the second glaive.
Cool. I'm gonna uncanny dodge to take half of that.
Okay.
Wouldn't that also provoke your prepared action?
It would, yeah,
Oh,
as they
it would
charged
have.
at me.
Yeah, sure.
So can I, yeah,
You can make that, yes.
22.
So you'll need to use only one of those reactions, though, because holding your action consumes your reaction. So I'll allow you to choose which one you would prefer.
I'll take the dodge because I'm not going to get any sneak attack or anything on this, so it's not really going to be much damage. So
That's fine. You could have sensed the impending danger and chosen that.
yeah, that makes sense.
And now after they swing their glaives, they whip with their pristine beards oiled to a sharp point. And the first one, a 17.
That's my armor class. Just hits.
And so from the first beard, you'll take 4 piercing damage. And please make a Constitution saving throw.
All day.
Okay.
19.
Well done. And the beard of the other devil swings around. A 16 will miss.
16 will miss, yes.
Okay. And then we have Reynold on the other side of the battlefield.
Jules, get out of there. And he's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20 feet and is going to shoot let's see. It is a second level guiding bolt. Oh, hold on. It didn't ask me if I wanted to cast it. Well, I'm going to add my final, because guiding bolt, you upcast, it only affects how many damage you do. I'm going to give myself plus 10 to that from my War God's Blessing to make that a 23.
Yeah.
That will hit.
Okay, and I'm casting at second level, so that adds another D6 on top of it. That's 5d6 radiant damage. These are devils, so I assume that would do something against them. So let's roll that damage right now. 5d6 radiant damage.
Those are D4s.
Oh, you are correct about that. Thank you. 5d6, this time with feeling. 15. Wow, 1s and 6s. What a range I got right there.
That's crazy.
And this is the one to the
161.
This is the one to the left.
Yes, the one to the left of Jules. So that takes 15 radiant damage, and next attack against them has advantage.
Okay, very good.
And that will be the end of my turn, as I can't cast any other spells.
Next is Jules.
Okay. Jules is going to see this guy light up from that guiding bolt. And so as the devil's still reeling from that, he's going to come back around with another dagger, this time reverse, right into the gut of that same devil. Make use of that advantage roll.
A 14
15?
will hit. Oh, 15 will
Okay.
hit. Excuse me.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. And since I have advantage on the roll, I have sneak attack. Yes, sir. So that'll be 29 total damage.
Okay.
And then I'll use a bonus action to disengage. And drop back 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. And just say, if you're here to remove our friend's mask nicely, then we can put down the weapons and talk.
It will be real nice.
Oh, that's not. See, I don't like that. Why'd you say it like that?
I don't sound good. What are you doing?
That doesn't sound good. We're
What are
fine.
you doing?
Then after Jules is Mordecai.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jules. They sound perfectly nice to me.
Yeah,
Very
it's
reasonable.
biased.
Eldritch Blast.
Stop doing that over my shoulder.
Pew pew pew.
At this point, I think it's a game for me. Like how close I can get.
How close you can cinch the hair off of Jules.
I've got little sear marks on my armor up here.
And we'll resolve the first one, and this is to the devil on the left.
Okay.
That will hit.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
How much?
Ben's disappointed.
And the second attack, the 14 will hit.
Okay.
Now this will be max. Of course it is.
Hey, look at that.
The devil is slain, turns into a wisp of smoke, and is gone.
And now it's going to be Bucky.
A 15 hits. And a 25 will hit.
Awesome. So that'll be 2d4 plus 7.
$11 and 11. Okay.
That'll be 22, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. And as you cast magic across the frozen plain at this bearded devil, behind it, just as these appeared, 2 more devils appear. They seem to be covered in spines.
Intriguing.
I'm seeing a pattern.
Yes. We're really moving up the echelon of devils here.
By the way, what happened to the
The dog.
hellhound?
What the dog doing?
It's still the hound's turn. I'm sorry, not spined.
So I believe if he is restrained, there's a little bit of extra damage for him there. The creature that starts its turn in the area and is already restrained by the tentacle takes 3d6 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, very good. So he's still restrained.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's restrained until the end of the spell. He can use an action to make a strength or dexterity check. So strength or dex check against my spell save DC.
Okay, and the hound will try to break its way free of these tentacles with this strength check. 19.
That'll be enough.
Okay. And the hound looks about near death, but still quite hungry, and moves in close. Excuse me?
He is down in an area of difficult terrain.
Okay.
What's happened? Is that also at the end of his turn that he can make that save, or the beginning?
It uses its action to do that. So the creature approaches Jules slowly, carefully, ready to strike. And excuse me. And then the bearded devil. Can it get to Jules? Yes. I don't think it's suffering any negative magical effects. It rushes forth to Jules, swinging its glaive overhead as it whoops, quite enjoying the sport. And a 7 will miss.
Yeah.
Right. And then,
thank God.
Performing the same maneuver as earlier, its beard swings around, and a 23 will hit.
Yeah.
So take 10 piercing damage, and please make a Constitution saving throw.
Oops. Forgot to take advantage of that. 13.
Okay. You beat the number 12. I'd like for that one to succeed, but
Yeah, I bet you would.
And so the hound and the bearded devil move in closer upon Jules, and in the distance, these two barbed or spined devils, whichever they may be, linger, surveying the battlefield, having just appeared. And that's where we're going to pause the adventure for tonight. And next week we will continue in the midst of this heated battle. And so until next time, the adventure continues.
No.
There's as we fade out from tonight, Mordecai hears a voice in his head say, "What the hell did you do?"
Dun dun dun.